Well, good afternoon, folks. Mrs. Geister asked me to spend, well, first off, Mrs. Geister last week asked me if I would be the ombudsman for the school. What that means to me is that the school wants to make sure they're in compliance with the 1964 Civil Rights Act and possibly the 1987 ADA. So I'm seeing as how I'm one of the senior educators here, it's only appropriate to ask me to fulfill that role. Okay, we're going to talk about a couple legal issues and then spend a little time on a couple moral and ethical issues. The first legal issue is child abuse reporting. Every state in the United States has child abuse reporting laws. Some are more stringent than others as far as the time, who's responsible, but the bottom line basically is anybody who is a caretaker of children and observes or suspects child abuse is mandated to report. At no time is anybody ever in trouble for reporting, provided they have a good intent and they're not out just to get an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. Okay? If you don't report, you can be in serious trouble. It's interesting that some administrators help in the child abuse reporting, others leave it up to the individual teacher. In any event, it's up to the person that observes or suspects abuse has taken place. Okay? So please follow up on that. It's very important to make sure you're apprised of the laws in your state. The second thing that I'm concerned about is special education. Special ed follows the law in that every student is entitled to a free education. And special ed sometimes connotes that they're getting different treatment, which by definition they are, to bring them up to the best level within their capabilities. At our school, it's great that the teachers take such an involvement with the special ed teachers and work collaboratively to fulfill what's laid out in the IEPs. I encourage you to speak with the special ed teacher and see if there's anything that you need help with, and they're more than willing to help you. Another area of concern is boundaries. Oftentimes, especially new teachers and veteran teachers as well, are not clear on what are acceptable boundaries. Boundaries meaning that it's not a good idea to give your cell phone number, Twitter account, Facebook, any of that information to the students. Nothing positive can come out of it. Oftentimes, kids share it with some other student that may not particularly like you and has nothing but negative ramifications. A veteran teacher told me one time, many years ago, that after you walk, then we talk. What he meant was that he's friendly with the students, he was a coach as well, only after they graduate. Once they graduate, then he shares, if he wants, Facebook information, Twitter accounts, that type of thing. And also with boundaries, it's not a good idea to have a bunch of students in the classroom at lunchtime. Well, a bunch of students is better than having one student in there with the door closed. Always have your classroom accessible, visible, doors open. It's a much safer environment that protects you as a teacher. Okay? Another consideration is accepting of gifts. During the holidays, students often give presents to their teachers, and that can have a psychological effect when filling out grades. Am I going to give this person an extra point? Do I cut them a little slack here, a little slack there? So just be aware of this type of activity and protect yourself. In the meantime, Have a great afternoon, and mahalo.